All right, welcome back everybody. We have American Tank Ace up on our vassal table. We are starting the campaign, carry. So we'll just go ahead and start rolling for that. For those of you watching, this one be different than the module available online because of um, charts. You will not have charts included on the one available. Um, there are a couple of things that are built in. American Tank Ace rules, the current ones at the time, are linked to in there. That'll pop right up on the Adobe or whatever you use as your PDF viewer. And they also have a module instruction video that you can click on here. That'll take you straight to the instruction video I made for this. Um, and that'll kind of give you an overview on the module so you can easily pick it up because there's a lot going on with it. All right. The other thing I have here is my Excel log. Um, there's the commander name, the tank name, the tank type. As you go through and upgrade, if you upgrade because you're knocked out, you click the first box and put your tank type there. That goes down for 4 more upgrades. Um, Request crewman. Each time you add one, you put one in there. This will keep track of all your used up prestige and experience points. Pretty simple. As you go through training, you're going to click the extra things you get. Um, Skills, click on them as you get them. Um, Awards, they'll be automatic as you enter in your things. Trophies, you put a one next to each one. It'll keep track of your trade availability. And as you trade for things, you can go ahead and put what you traded for. I probably should have um, added a number to booze. I may do that before release, just so you can have more booze than one. When it comes to putting the missions in, most of this is all drop-down menus based on the month. Targets based on everything. And then you just put whether they're damaged, destroyed by friendlies, or killed. Actually, as a drop-down. Um, Success or failure, pretty simple. Success or failure. That'll go green or red depending on what you get to make it easy on you to tally things up. Wounds, and it'll also be the promote bucket thing. If you promote, you just click on that, and that will get you up to your next promotion level. You would start out the sergeant. Um, and your notes, you put your own notes in there. Everything else to the right hand side, don't worry about that. It's tabulating kills and stuff to hopefully do the awards correctly and keep track of experience and things like that. And all that'll be tabulated up here. Um, Goes all the way down through April 45, so you're pretty well covered on that. All right, we also have the onboard log too. So we'll go ahead and put Carrie up here. Give this a complete test out, and we're going to be starting in M4. And the nickname of the commander is Famous. Famous Amos. All right. So we'll start off by going through basic. As you start every campaign doing this, we're going to roll 3 times on B1 using the long range column. If 2 are hits, we get a gunnery -1. B1 long range. 6 miss, 11 miss, 6 miss. We're all misses, so we don't get that. Now, it's very rare you get that. It's very hard to do in this game. Driver training, 2 times in the mud column, -1. So we're going to subtract 1 and roll twice. We get an 11, which is not immobilized. Goes down to 10. And we get a 3, which is immobilized. So we don't get that neither. Yeah, I usually come through here with nothing. Weapons training, we can do this. Let's get our tank out here, and actually we can get our sheet out here also. You roll once each for your gunner, your A driver, and your loader. And if you get a 9, then you get the weapons -1 on them. So we'll go for the gunner first. Get a 7, nothing for him. Assistant driver, 8, nothing for him. And the loader, 11, he'll get a -1. All right, loader, -1. All right, next up, we're going to go spare time. Um, I like the extra prestige most of the time. Um, but in this game, I think I'm going to go with the extra physical training, get the stamina. That'll allow me to get rid of my first wound or KIA. And we'll just go ahead and put the stamina in right there. M4, right? Yeah, we're on the M4. All right, and I think we get an experience in A2, so we're going to go ahead and first off click training complete over here. Gives us the experience. We got the extra physical training in for the stamina. And we get an experience point down here. And we have our skill effects and costs. Sixth Sense isn't bad because you can actually come in button up and hopefully then you can just get once per mission you can go down to button up before incoming fire. Um, that's pretty good to have. Don't need leadership right away because you don't promote right away. Adrenaline Rush can be very handy. You can get 6 rounds instead of just 4. And weapons maintenance, I don't run into that a lot because I do not use my machine guns a lot. But the weapons maintenance costs 1, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get that for the loader because he has the -1, so it's not going to cost him anything. All right, we got that. So the loader's going to have weapons maintenance. And I'm going to hold out spending the other one just because I think what I'd like to do is get maybe expert or gunnery, which will take a little while, so we might as well start on that right away. Be nice to have some of that. The -1's big time. I think I'll go gunnery first. All right, so I think then we're basically ready to start. We'll go ahead and get our charts out again, go to pre-combat. We're in June and July. On your operations chart, July is when St. Lo becomes available, so we're not rolling for that yet. We're in June. This would be the first first mission in June. There's 6 of them possible. So we're just going to go ahead and roll. We get an attack, and it would have been St. Lo. St. Lo were available. Cycle through this till we get to attack. And attack, I think they get to go first. Pretty sure of it. Pretty sure of it. Attack. Yeah, their enemy forces are in defending terrain. Infantry is considered to be dug in. Enemy forces fire first, only in the first combat round, and then you roll for a counter attack at the end of the mission. So, um, all right, they get to fire first. Usually that starts making me think that I'll come in buttoned up. The weather for today is 10 clear. We got that going for us. And the terrain for today's attack, 1.6, is bocage. So we're going to be coming in close range as per the chart. So get our M4 ready. We're going to come in with a turret straight. We're going to be in open country, and we're going to be in close range. And because we're in close range, I will button everybody up. Just give us that chance to um, stay alive, because there's infantry and stuff out there. They could rip us a new one. Because of this, I will put a WP in the um, ready rack. I mean, in the breach. I'm going to come out with 4 each armor piercing and HE. And everything else is ready to roll. Yep, I think we're good to go. No random events rolled for yet, so the M4 is ready. We are at close range, and we are ready to go. Now we roll for enemy forces. We're going to do 2d6. We get a 10. 2 infantry. Good thing we buttoned up. Infantry I have up here. And the infantry will be going to roll once for both of them. 3. That's going to be Wehrmacht. All right. First one's going to go in B. It's going to be dug in. And the second one's going to go in A. He's going to be dug in. All right. That brings us to combat. They get to fire first. And on a roll of 1, they will target us. 3, he does not. We'll go to A. A does not. They're firing at the guys that are accompanying us in this mission. Um, we are at close range. It's our turn. We have 2 orders. We will go ahead and get our tank over here so we can see what we're doing maybe. Get down to 63. We can see a little better. Which one do we want to fire at? Doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and fire at A. We're going to fire the Woolly Pete. So we're going to put the smoke down in zone A. That modifier takes place after we attack it, obviously, because the smoke doesn't produce until you fire. Um, main gun attack at range, at close range. Um, we get +1 for being buttoned up. So we need a 2 to 6 to hit. We get a 7, so we do not hit, but on HP, HE and WP rounds that hit, or that get 1 step loss and suppress them. If they miss, it suppresses them only. So he will be suppressed. Doesn't help us this turn. And that leads to my second shot. And actually we got loaded into the breach, which is why I've done this, is to make that so I don't forget it. I'm gonna fire our HE at him also. This is gonna be when now the +2 for smoke comes into play. We need a 2 to 7. Previous target takes us to 2 to 8. Then we got 2 smoke, goes down to 2 to 6. And then we're button up, goes 2 to 5. We get an 8, so we miss on them also. But an HE that misses suppresses them, and when you're suppressed and you get another suppression, that automatically goes to a reduce. So there's a method to my madness when I come in firing like that. See if I can find where it says that. I know it's in the rules. I probably won't be able to find it right now, but we'll look anyway. Yeah, second numeric result removes a reduced infantry play. No, infantry units that are suppressed and receive a second suppression in the same combat round also receive a step loss in addition to other results. Suppressed infantry goes to the reduced side and is still suppressed. That's directly from the rules. So you know I'm not pulling your leg there. Okay, so at the end of the round, we go for an event check. We roll a 3. It's German reinforcement, 1 SPG. Thank you very much. I needed that. So we will go back to our pre-combat charts, get our SPGs up, and roll one. And these guys always seem to knock me out. We'll have a Hetzler up against us. All right, and he's going to be coming in. This is harsh. We can penetrate him, but that's 7. We're dead meat. He will come in from 1, which is going to be A, which we're already firing at, which is good. The smoke's going to be there, so we can just we're going after this infantry anyway. We're not going to go after him. Which means I'm going to fire 2 HE and load armor piercing into my breach. Get rid of that infantry while we're here. That brings up the end of that round. So at the end of the round, we hit smoke and artillery to cycle everything down. As you see, that cycles the smoke down 1 and gets rid of the suppression. It is now our turn to start. I'm going to go ahead and fire my HE at the same target and load another HE in. And we are at, let's get the right chart up here, back into combat, 2 to 7. Our previous target goes 2 to 6, smoke +1, 2 to 7, and button up. Not 2 to 7, 2 to 7 to start, 2 to 8 because we're previous target, 2 to 7 for the smoke, 2 to 6 for being buttoned up. And we get an 8. Again, we miss, but that suppresses. And we're going to fire our next HE, and this time we're going to load an armor piercing in. And again, we're at 2 to 6 to hit, and we get a 7, which misses him, but he is suppressed, so we're going to get rid of that. That means we can go ahead and put into our charts, our log sheet, I put Wehrmacht, KIA. We have another Wehrmacht, and we have a Hetzer. All right, so that's going to get rid of him. So we can just go ahead and get rid of all of them. Control R. Then it is their turn because that was our second order. So this guy is going to fire at somebody else. This guy is going to fire at somebody else, so we don't have to worry about that this turn. Um, that will be the end of the round. So we're going to go for the end of the round event roll. Didn't work out very well for us last time. 4 German artillery attacks, not working out very well for us again. At least we're buttoned up. Your tank receives an attack on the MGHE attack chart at -1 DRM for mortars, -3 DRM for artillery. If artillery achieves a B result, your tank is also immobilized. Weather does not apply, which doesn't matter. We're clear anyway. So we're going to get a -3, and we hope we don't get a B result. It's not going to affect us because we are buttoned up. We roll a 6, that's going to be a 3, so it's a good thing we're buttoned up. But we are now immobilized. We'll just go ahead and odds evens, taking out our right track. We are now immobilized. End of the round, so we click smoke and artillery, gets rid of the smoke. And now we're going to pick on the Hetzer. So we're going to fire our first AP, load the second one in. This is a new target. We're close range, 2 to 7. We're buttoned up, so we need a 2 to 6 to hit, and we get a 5. Oh, nice. Our penetration firepower is 6. We get a get on the penetration chart here. Their armor is 6, so we're going to its penetration is greater than the armor because we are at close range. Range effects on penetration. Short range +1. So that gives us a 7. We'll roll on that chart. That's a 4. Almost didn't do it. DE. We do not want to give him a chance because if they retaliate, we're in trouble. All right. So we get to wreck him. Go into our charts. We put a KIA on that. And that also does mean that at the end of this round, that infantry is going to disappear. Take care of this on my Excel chart too. Get bad on paperwork. Wehrmacht, KIA, Hetzer, KIA. All right, their turn. The lone infantryman, he's actually going to fire at us as he leaves. This could be scary because they have the Panzerfaust. And this is what I do not like. So 1 to 3, it's going to be small arms. Nope, Panzerfaust attack. To do the Panzerfaust attack, they must pass a morale check. They are Wehrmacht, so 1 to 4, and he Panzerfaust in this. He gets a 1. Of course he does. So we roll 1 die 6 then on the Panzerfaust to kill, and we get a 2. Glancing shot, miss, no effect. We got so lucky. And then usually I'm knocked out whenever infantry fires at me, and it's +2 to burn, and in a M4 you don't stand much of a chance. Phew, good lord. Event check. Oops, 2. Oh, good lord mighty. German reinforcement, tank and an SPG. I don't know. I've got to actually go through and dissect the rolls and see whether he comes out immediately. Let me check that right now because that would have saved us a shot and it'll save him firing at us next turn too. I'll be right back. Yes, we are stuck with what we have. They get removed after the event check, and the event check just brings in a tank and an SPG, and the event checks are killing me this game. So we're going to add a tank and assign an SPG to our foes. The tank will be 6 Panzer 4H. We can penetrate that. And the SPG will be a 9. A Martyr 3. Oh boy. Martyr 3. Not liking that at all. Especially since the infantry's already seen us and fired at us. We haven't fired at him, so we do roll 1 for him next. If we roll 1 for him next time, he'll attack us again. Otherwise, he will be considered going after somebody else again. Once we fire at them, though, all bets are off. We have not fired at him yet. The Martyr 3, as you see, we can penetrate them, but they can punk right through us. We are a 6, doesn't matter where they hit us from. And the tank, Panzer 4, same thing. We can get through them, and they can just push right through us. All right, SPG's coming in 2, right past the destroyed Hetzer. And the Panzer IV is coming in 5. And I forgot to turn my turret, so that's a no-no. I actually should have not been able to do all I did, but we're going to remedy that this turn. Um, all right, so that's the end of that phase. Spoken artillery. Our turn. We're going to play it right this time. We're going to turn our turret to the left. I tend to forget things, and that was one of them. I got so excited that I was able to fire on him. And actually, it should have been that first infantry. I should have only been able to fire Woolly Pete the first time. That's all right. We roll with the mistakes. We're going to remedy it now. We caught it. We turn our turret. That's one command. We're going to fire off our AP at the Martyr. This is dangerous. We're going to load another AP in. This is our only available shot this round, I guess is what I'm thinking of. So we're going to go back to combat. We need a very low roll. We are buttoned up, so we need a 2 to 6 to hit. We get a 3. Holy crap. Ah, nice. We are 6 at close range, takes us up to a 7. We will easily penetrate his armor. Oh, thank goodness. So we're going to roll again over here. We get a 10. That's an easy destruction. So the Martyr goes up in smoke. And we will put that on our log sheet. Martyr 3, KIA. And I'll put that on my Excel sheet also. Martyr 3, KIA. So far, that's if this mission keeps going on, we've gotten a bronze star and an AME. Well, you get the EAME anyway for your first mission. That's the end of our turn. Now, their turn. Panzer 4. He's not firing at us. He's firing at somebody else. The infantry again. He's gone right after us again. We can only get lucky so often. Close range only. Small arms. 2 small arms. We are already buttons. We got through yet another round. Uh, Trying to think of what I want to do here. I don't have smoke loaded up. I have AP in the thing. We're going to end up having to just turn our turret and whiz around off the tank and hope that infantry don't take us out. Already rack's almost bare. Don't get sidetracked. The regular event at the end of the round, 9. DE1 random German infantry. Good, that takes care of that problem. Eliminate them, get rid of that. No, we don't want to clone that. All right, and so that takes care of that problem. Smoke and artillery down. Oh boy. Um, let's see. Infantry eliminated by friendlies. We'll put destroyed. That's another Wehrmacht. That's what he gets for being emboldened when two tanks rolled under the seam. Um, that brings up our turn. We got to put Wehrmacht up here yet too. Oh, we already have it. He gets destroyed by friendlies, so I'll just put destroyed. Um, all right, our turn. Rotate our turret and let loose with the AP, which sucks because we only have one shot at it. And that means he's going to start firing at us. We're close range. We need a 2 to 6 again. Like, holy crap. Nice. Doesn't matter. We're going to penetrate his armor above and beyond. So we need to roll here. 4. Barely do. Oh, good Lord. We're flirting with that immobilization. He becomes a wreck. And that brings up the Panzer 4H, his KIA. We're not out of the woods yet. We still have to roll to see if there's an event or not. 5. DE1 random GE anti-tank gun. So we don't get one of those. We got to roll for a counterattack. 3. There will be no counterattack. You need a 6. Um, so that means we own the field. That means we get to go out and look for trophies. We get a 5. It means we're going to get an MP38, MP40, SMG. We will put that right here. All right, let's take care of all this on our Excel sheet also. All right, so we took out a Panzer IV also. And you see it's got our awards waiting for us already. We got 2 prestige for the awards we got. We get a German MP38 for trade value. Um, that's going to be it for the end of that mission. We survived that. That was a good mission. Go ahead and put all this on our guy. We get the Silver Star, AME, EAME. Let's go with the ribbons. I like ribbons better. There we go. And that gives us prestige level of 2. Looking on here, I thought I had the level one here too. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to put that in there. Yeah, that's prestige level 2. We get 2 prestige anyway, so we know we got that. Prestige increase, increase. All right, we got our awards. We have 1 experience. We're good on that. That was a tough mission with all that armor coming in. So that's it for the first mission. That was a definite success. And there were no notes, no wounds. we'll leave success in there. All right. So we'll just go ahead, hit clean up now. That'll get rid of all that. Go back to our tank. As you see, our M4's back in place. We'll clean this up, and we're back in business for the next round. That's American Tank Ace by Compass Games, designed by Gregory M. Smith. That was mission 1, and all I can say is we survived. We got very lucky on that one. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.